On today's episode of the Shadow Path Diabolist podcast, we'll be discussing the Shadow Path Diabolist view of the devil. Shadow Path Diabolism is the religious tradition observed by Devil's Mark Ministries. The Shadow Path tradition is a polytheistic, nature-based religious tradition with the devil as its chief deity. While Shadow Path Diabolism takes inspiration from various sources, such as ancient paganism and traditional witchcraft, it is a religious tradition both separate and distinct from other spiritual paths. Shadow Path Diabolism is a form of diabolism, but it is far from being the only one. Diabolism has no specific religious tradition or practice associated with it. It is just a general word that means worship of the devil or devils. Shadow Path Diabolism is a specific tradition with its own set of rituals, religious observances, and customs. However, we do not consider ourselves the only true form of diabolism. In Shadow Path Diabolism, Satan Lucifer, or the witch's devil, is the chief deity of our pantheon. We consider him a god of knowledge, wisdom, and nature, and as the chief deity he oversees or has authority over the other demonic gods. However, we do see the individual demonic gods as preter-human beings, deserving of respect and devotion in their own right. We do not regard these deities as good or evil. They follow their own moral code as ancient forces of nature or entities of the natural universe. This can sometimes put them at odds with accepted social norms and human morality, as these change from generation to generation. But the gods are timeless. This is something that must be considered when choosing to work with them. You must also bear in mind that each of these entities are unique individuals, and what is acceptable to one may not be acceptable to another. So it is your responsibility to wisely choose which entities to work with. It is not their responsibility to cater to you. It is your responsibility to only call upon those entities that you feel are in harmony with your deepest nature. If you feel that a particular entity may ask you to do something that is incompatible with your nature, then it is your responsibility to study them enough to know that and to not call upon them. However, there are times when a demon may ask you to do something that you are extremely uncomfortable with to see if you have the moral character to say no, by which we mean, do you have the strength of will and character to stand up for what you believe in and what is right for you? In Shadow Path Diabolism, we do not have a specific cosmology which we require our members to subscribe to, or a belief regarding the origins of Satan Lucifer, the devil, or the demonic gods. Some of our members believe that Satan Lucifer is a primordial entity that existed before all things, and others believe he is more like the Christian devil. While some of our members do believe in the entity that Abrahamic religions call God, they do not believe that he is the creator of the universe or of mankind. To them, he is a parasitic entity that feeds off the guilt and misery of his followers. The things that we all agree on are that the demonic gods are the ones who gave free will and self-awareness to mankind, and they are the ones that allowed us to question the very nature of our existence and the nature of the universe. They are also the ones who sparked the evolutionary processes within nature. Ultimately, we all agree that Satan and the demonic gods are the true benefactors of humanity. Thank you for joining us. If you would like to hear more content like this, please subscribe to this channel and like this video. May Satan be